Managing textures in Artlantis is easy. Drag the texture from the catalog or any external folder onto a surface in the preview window and open the shader inspector to edit it. The parameters appear highlighted in the inspector, but you can already make changes graphically right in the preview. Grab and move the texture with a simple left mouse click. Change its size by dragging the blue triangle from the upper right-hand corner, or rotate it by hovering the mouse over the yellow dot to make the rotation wheel appear. You can also align the texture parallel to any edge of the scene. Grab the texture at one of its border lines, and while holding down the Shift key on the keyboard, and detect the neighboring edge of the wall. The texture will reposition itself and turn parallel to it. Most of these steps can be also done numerically in the inspector. Open the Dimensions dialog where, in addition to these steps, you can repeat, mirror, and flip textures and create a nice surface covering the entire wall. Distance the repeated texture tiles either numerically or graphically in the preview with the help of the yellow corner triangles. The repeated texture will be mapped on surfaces with the same shader. In some parts they may appear distorted and need some adjustment. Use the projection list from the inspector to define the way they are mapped on surfaces with different orientation. Textures are always mapped on shaders. In the drawer, in the list of materials, they are always listed below the shader on which they are mapped. To delete a texture, select it and click on the minus sign in the upper part of the drawer. You can map as many textures as you wish on the same surface. They can be in JPEG, BUMP, TGA formats. Overall, the most common image formats are accepted. If an image contains an alpha channel, you can activate it by checking the Use Alpha Channel checkbox in the inspector. In the drawer, the list of newly mapped textures appears below the hosting shader. The order of textures can be changed, and by doing that, we can manage their visibility. Being the first in the list means being in the front. Textures can also be grouped. To do that, reorganize their hierarchy by dragging the name of one of the textures into the name of the other one. It's a lot like organizing the hierarchy of folders on your hard drive. Once grouped, they can be moved together. Just grab the one superior in hierarchy and move it in the preview. With a right-click, you can open a contextual menu where you can delete the selected texture, but you can also define the merge point for grouped textures. Let's choose the center point this time, so the two image files become perfectly centered. Take advantage of the easy texture management in Artlantis 5.